Now, when you think of civilizations, what do you think of? What do you think of their power? What do you think of their wealth? What do you think of their actions? And when you think of power, you think the king has the most power along with the queen. He has the most power to control the whole civilization. But when we talk about a civilization on an intergalactic scale, that's a whole new level. Today I'll be talking about the Kardashev scale. If you didn't know, it's a scale that ranks civilizations according to their power, which they can use to exploit their actions. Now let's get into it. There are 7 or rather 6 civilizations which are defined. The 7th one was added by me. So these 6 civilizations are type 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and Omega. So let's talk about the type 1 civilization. Now, when you control over a civilization, you can't really control your whole planet, your whole world that you're confined in, but that's what a type 1 civilization is. We are actually, scientists have suggested that we are actually 0.75 civilization. We can do a lot of stuff, but we can't exactly control the earth. As in, the earth can do random actions, and that actually promotes that we control our actions. Like the earth, it's raining, you wear an umbrella. If it's shining, if it's getting hot, we tend to apply sunscreen. So like that, it controls a lot of actions that it can do by itself also, and also due to the sun. But we can actually control it if we were a type 1 civilization by using energy from different sources. Now, what kinds of energy we were thinking of? Energy like water, running water, the kinetic energy. We can talk about talk about like wind, like windmills. We can talk about maybe lava. This is where you can actually control the things in your daily life and maybe control the whole world. And now we move on to type 2. Now what's type 2? Type 2 civilization controls your home society, your home solar system. Very simple, right? It's like Earth. Now multiply it by 8 times. You can control that much. But where do you get all this energy, this ungodly amount of energy? The host star. So the sun contains umpteen number of energy. It has a lot of energy. But how do we get that energy? Well, I learned this from a YouTuber named Kulskizakt, and he said that if we get solar panels, we can get solar panels and surround the sun with them, and concentrate that beam of energy towards our home planet and possibly other planets where we make our ancient civilizations. We can be a type 2 civilization. And this is actually where you get the basic energy when you're transitioning to type 3, 4, 5, and maybe Omega. So, the type 3 civilization, very simple. It controls many solar systems, rather a cluster of solar systems. But nonetheless, it controls the Milky Way. Not really, but it just controls the Milky Way, that's it. Kind of. So it controls multiple solar systems, maybe of a cluster of the Milky Way, and it can use that to its advantage. Maybe if like there's an alien war and we're against it, we have so much power that we can defeat it unless they have the same amount of energy. We get that energy from multiple suns or stars, and we concentrate it to a main hub, and that's where it gets transitioned to other planets, maybe other earthly-like planets, and then we can start our own civilization. Like me, I started civilization in maybe a planet called Kepler 422. Maybe, if that's a planet. So like that, you can make your other civilizations. But that's a lot of work. But now we're going to go to type 4. Type 4 is really fun. So type 4 civilization controls the Milky Way. That's where we get to it. A Milky Way, why? We're not talking about a cluster. That's type 5. A Milky Way contains all the planets, stars, and the black hole and the dark matter that holds it together. So we can maybe exploit all this energy and new substances to get more energy. And that's something that is very interesting to scientists, and it draws a lot of attraction to scientists. And we can use this energy to transit, of course, to type 5 and finally Omega. A type 5 civilization, of course, a cluster like the Laniakea cluster, like that, and it can control a cluster of galaxies, like the Andromeda galaxy and the Milky Way galaxy. It's said that they're both coming to form a super galaxy. That'll happen a few 10,000 years later. But using this, we can control a lot of alien life too, since humans were being the first ones to get all this energy and transit to maybe 2030, and when they become a type 5 civilization. But now we come to the Omega civilization. Hold your breath. The Omega civilization, it contains the universe. This universe, we can control it by maybe a snap of our fingers. The universe contains galaxies, which contains stars, black holes, dark matter, nebulas, other stars, and of course our home planet, Earth. That is a big scale, and that's the true scale and the true power of how humanity or other civilizations can use their mind. But now let me talk about something that I was discussing in the first. I said that there were 7 civilizations according to me. But what is the 7th one? The Super Omega civilization, only made by me, not actually defined in the books. But this can also apply for Omega civilization. And that controls the multiverse. Now, what is the multiverse? Of course, many universes clump together maybe in a cluster. It's like a bunch of marbles you throw in a bowl. That's the universes. But the multiverse where you can control may be a parallel universe of our universe or other universes out there. Suppose the alien you chose oatmeal over cereal. In your world, you would choose cereal over oatmeal. It's the opposite action of what you do. For example, if I'm recording this video, the opponent would be listening. The other person would be listening to that video. But we can also do random actions in whatever universe. For some reason, the opponent wants to go jogging and I want to watch TV. If the opponent wants to read books, I want to play with my friends. Like that. And it's very random. But overall, it's a parallel universe. So a person can control all these parallel universes, and maybe we can discover something else. Why we're all here. Well, that's a story for another day. Well, it's me signing off. Bye!